What's going on, everyone? Crazy Russian 86 here, drinking some Newcastle brown ale, eating some pizza. And I'm about to address one comments on my video, you know. But this pizza is fucking delicious. It's my regular TV pizza. It has some pineapple, barbecue sauce, jalapenos. I don't know what is sausage or some kind of meat. Onions, you know. It's pretty good. This is spicy but good, I love it. Anyway, guys. Oh shit. Almost full of my chair. Let me address this comment real quick of Denise McMullen. I was diagnosed as a sociopath, but a lot of people think I'm autistic because of my lack of outward emotional demeanor. And you know, when I read on autism and sociopathy, what they have in common, I think it's called alexinophobia or something like that. I don't remember. But that's pretty much like lack of outward empathy. So like both autist and sociopath, when it comes to expressing empathy, they don't express it very well. But sociopaths and narcissists, they don't express it because they don't have it. Autists, they just don't know how to express emotions. And if you like me, and you kind of both, it could be the case too. But anyways, similar to autistics, I usually have little empathy in what the situation does not concern me. You know what, I can relate to that too myself, by the way. However, even though I have manipulated people into doing my bidding, I never fantasized about dictatorship. I think you may be a full-blown psychopath. Well, what can I say about that? The fact that I'm thinking about dictatorship doesn't make me a psychopath. It just thinks that on the narcissistic scale, I'm higher than you are. Sociopaths and psychopaths are also narcissists. And being narcissistic is one of the diagnostic criteria for being a sociopath. You know, because sociopaths are also narcissistic. So basically what you're telling me, you're pretty much less narcissistic person as I am. Because part of being a narcissist, you also have a fantasies of unlimited power, perfect love, things like that. So I'm pretty much on the narcissistic scale higher than you are. Like I'm more narcissistic than you, dear Dennis McMullen. And that could be the case. But it doesn't make me a psychopath. I'm clearly not a psychopath. Because if I were a psychopath, I would be out there planning and scheming people and trying to hurt others. And I don't do that. I'm actually not a mean person. Like, do I feel that my life revolves around me, my selfish desire and personal gain and getting things I want? I would say yes. But I'm not out there to hurt others, you know. I'm not planning on like hurting others. Like, psychopaths are out there to hurt others. I'm not. Like, as long as I get what I want, which is like money, sex, things, I don't care. I may wanna like hurt other people if they don't give me what I want. I may think about it at least, but I'm not gonna be out there like trying to actually hurt people for no reason. So that make me not a psychopath. Also, psychopaths, they are not like angry people. Like sociopaths, they go, if they don't get what they want, they may get angry, they may be messy. I'm more like that. But I'm not the type of guy who's like super calm in stressful situation and then he's out there stabbing somebody with a knife, you know. I'm not like that, you know. That's like psychopathic behavior. I'm definitely not like that. But when it comes to narcissism and sociopathy, I definitely have some tendencies of that. But not psychopathy. No. There's no fucking way. Because I'm not even a mean person, you know, like. For me, as long as I get power and respect and I can do whatever the fuck I want and I achieve some results, I'm happy. Now, I actually do have some autistic qualities. Like, for example, like, when I'm at FedEx, I'm doing the belt. I need to hyper focus. Like, I cannot do the belt and, you know, to talk to people and socialize and not get sidetracked. Also, I don't have good social skills. Like me, I actually do have some autistic tendencies, but I feel like I have some narcissism and sociopathy attached to it. Like, that's why when people first see me, they say that, oh, Emil, you kind of act like an autistic person. But then they get to know me, they call me a sociopath. Because I do have kind of both tendencies, you know. Because like an autistic person, I definitely have lack of social skills. I'm not a fun person. I cannot be light and fun. I can put a facade if I want to, but a lot of times I don't even want to put a facade because I don't even care, because I want to be true to myself. And I tend to hyper focus, like I said. And I cannot, like, you know, see things in the big picture. For me, life is like zoom, you know. But at the same time, like, I have no feelings about nothing, you know. Like autistic people, they may be awkward, but they actually have feelings. They actually have some kind of empathy and feelings. Me, I don't have that much feelings for nothing. And it's like, again, a good thing and a bad thing. Like, good thing because I feel like I'm so much above other people. Like, where other people me get frustrated, I just don't give a fuck. Like, but at the same time, I feel sad and stuff, and it's hard for me to connect to other people. Because I'm all about myself. I do have that tendency. And I'm kind of proud of it. I'm kind of proud to be like so high on narcissism, because like I'm like all about don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, you know. I have that kind of tendency. But at the same time, people are trying to make me get promoted, and they're like, hey, you know, you need to talk to people, you need to be more social. And people try to talk to me and say, hey, ta ta ta, and I'm like closed off. And part of it is because I know that I can be overbearing, I can be socially awkward. Like, communication is one of my weaknesses, because I do definitely have mild autism, even though I've not been diagnosed with it in America, and I don't want diagnosis, but I know I have it. But I'm also kind of intelligent, and I don't have like intellectual problems, and a very high functioning, I can take care of myself just fine. So I probably have mental part of autism, but not like as much as of developmental, you know. But also because I'm high on narcissistic spectrum, if people make fun of me or try to put me down, I get emotionally hurt. And because I kind of similar to a sociopath, I just don't give a shit about nothing. Like, I don't have like no emotional, like thing. Like, for example, like I just don't care, honestly. Like I said, I may hurt people intentionally, and I just don't have emotion about it. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's like my sociopathic, trait, kind of, sort of, like how it's hard for me to connect to people, especially like emotional connection, like. And to see, like, the lot of times I don't want to talk to people because I know that if I try to be talking about, I'm gonna make it all about me, and I'm gonna make it like a therapy session. And I don't want to do that because I know that I'm gonna turn people away by doing that. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I just want to focus on work and getting money. Because if I'm gonna try to focus on people, I'm gonna I'm just gonna make people like annoyed, and because I can be annoying and overbearing, and I make it a therapy session, and I just, especially at work, I wanna avoid that because it's not a good thing at work. Work is not like a psychiatrist visit, and I'm afraid that if I'm gonna actually start hanging out with people and being more social with people, I may make it that way. And I understand that that's not a good thing, so I wanna I'm trying to avoid that kind of situation because then people wanna quit, and then I'm gonna feel guilty that that people are quitting because of me, and I'm gonna feel bad because that's not gonna look good on me because I will be that type of guy because of whom people are quitting, and that may make my manager be angry with me, and I know it. So that's why, like me, I just wanna like try to hide from people because I know I have this toxic, even though I'm not a mean person, but I know I have this toxic demeanor about myself, and I'm intentionally, And a lot of times when people know me, they try to avoid me, kind of. People told me that I have like kind of avoidant personality disorder, that I act like it sometimes, but I don't think I do. It's just like more so there is a realization of the fact that I'm just not fun, I'm just gonna be annoying, overbearing. I may turn the fun conversation into therapy session, which people don't like. It will be all about me, it will be obsessive. And I've been there, done that. I just don't want to get into that cycle because that's not what people want. People want like fun, light kind of conversation, not that. Like I connect to some people, like at FedEx there's one guy, he probably quit because of the bullshit, but we kind of connected because and I was talking about the belt, and I was talking my problem with like space and geometry and stuff. He kind of could relate to that, and he didn't like that people were treating me, oh, do you need help? Do you need help? Because I told them that I'm kind of a little autistic, which I regret that I did that because my autism is super mild and I don't really need help. I don't really want to be treated like as an autistic person. I found out that about myself. Even though I have autistic traits, I don't want to be treated as an autistic because I'm not childish, I'm very high functioning, I can do it all. When people tell me things which I know and, you know, which I know because of my autistic nature, they take me as a put down. But at the same time, because I do have a little bit of autism, I'm not able to like be in this guy who put the facade and who is comfortable when I'm working, because I really need to focus on work, and also because I'm not able to like read people very well, which is also a feature of Asperger's. I just don't want to overbear people, and I'm smart like that, so that's why I don't want to like I avoid communication with people, because I know that it may annoy them, and I just don't want to be perceived as annoying because I was perceived that way. So I'm just like trying to just focus on my job, and then my strength in the job, like I look at it like my strength is figure out how to do things and be pro at it, like, and that like makes me feel good, like so awesome about things. But when it comes to communication and social things, I know I'm not good at it. I can be pretty sociable with some people sometimes, but not with everybody. And I just don't want to turn people off. That's why I act certain way, because I would rather, like people told me, like knowing me, less is more. And that really does apply to me. Because if I'm gonna be like talking too much shit, saying stupidity and things like that, it may turn people off. So I'm trying, like to be smart about things and say less sometimes, so that way I don't turn people off, because I'm able to do that easily. Not that I care about it, but I just know intellectually that turning people off, that can hurt the job, and that may get me into trouble with management eventually, because the managers and other people at work not gonna like me because of it, and that may bite me in the back. Not that I care that much people like me or not, I really don't give a fuck. People may hate me, think that I'm an insensitive piece of shit, and I'm not gonna give a fuck about it, honestly, but I just know intellectually that's not a good thing. That's why I kind of, act certain way, because I know that in the long run that may hurt me as an individual, and I want to make as much money as possible, and I don't want to get in trouble, because I don't want people quitting because of me. Not that I care about it, like I'm sure if people quit because of me, I really don't give a fuck about it, but I don't want that to happen, because I know that it's not gonna look on me and karma's gonna bite me in the ass. And I don't want to have that bad kind of karma, You know what I'm saying? I just don't want that bad kind of karma happen to me. That's why I would rather, not be in that situation where, I'm hurting people, because what if this is gonna come back on me? Because I want to get as much money as possible, and I want to be on the good side of things. I'm not gonna lie, before I was thinking, what, let everybody quit so I get all the money. I have that type of thinking, but, this is why people actually hate me, because of that type of thinking. Because I do have that type of thinking, Just get as much for myself and don't give a shit about others. I do have that type of thinking, but this is not necessarily a good thing, and I realize that. With that type of thinking, I'm just gonna be hated by people. So, and I really want to have a lot of money in my bank account, be big, strong, independent person, you know. And I do have a lot of social anxieties, and I'm afraid of people, and I have some autistic traits such as I can't track mind and cannot work and talk at the same time, and But at the same time, when people put me down and treat me as an autistic, thinking that I'm so fucking stupid, that pisses me off too, because like I look at it like put down, you know, when people treat me like that. But being this narcissist who's like manipulates people and who's so big and strong and cool, I'm not at that level either, because I do have some social deficits as well, and you already heard all of the story. But I'm smart enough to realize it, that less is more, and sometimes it's better just to be like this guy with autistic type of demeanor, instead of being this guy who doesn't know how to communicate and communicates and either overbear people or annoy people, things like that. Because I'm not good at reading with people. I remember years ago I took the test where I got normal score, like facial recognition, but it was so hard for me to get the normal score, because like my brain was going crazy. I have to think logically about the emotion, and that's like trait of Asperger's syndrome, which I have. But I see, I hate having it though, because then people treat me like a kid, because you know that's what people think of autistic people, and I'm actually not like that. Like, I'm able to take care of myself. It's not a challenge for me. I can pay bills, take care of my finances, things like that. So I don't have all of these problems. Like, my autism is so mild that I don't want to be treated as an autistic person, because that's like treating me on the level which is lower than my real level. It's like not treating me at a face value, and I don't like that. So it's like if people treat me like a narcissist and sociopath in some areas when it comes to communication, they're gonna treat me above my face value, but when people treat me like an autistic person, they treat me below. And I want to be treated at a face value. And that's the thing about me. So, and that's why like it's hard to have like both kind of, you know, have like narcissism and sociopathy mixed with Asperger's, because that's like, you know, it's tough, because on one hand it's tough because you know that you're intellectually capable, you're able to do things, but on the other hand you know that you have like some social handicaps which are aligned with sense of superiority. So that's kind of weird, you know. And I have a basis for that, because I actually mentally, intellectually am superior than a lot of people in my opinion, but and I'm able to do a lot, but just like I'm not able to, you know, I just cannot properly socialize with people, because I'm not good at like marketing, figuring out what people want, reading people, things like that. I do have social challenges, so that's why I just prefer to avoid avoidance taxes instead of like embarrassment. And besides, a lot of times I don't even have much to say. In order to do the job, I cannot like do the job and talk to people at the same time too. I need to focus. I need to focus on what I'm doing, because if I'm not, then I may fail. So that was my response to Denise McMullen. I know it was a long video, but I don't give a fuck. I hope you enjoyed. All the best to you guys. Later.